Spicy.
Intense.
Taste.
History.
Painter, poet.
Colors. Familia.
Family.
Panadero, music, musician.
Comida.
Carne asadas.
Mariachi, filmmaker, flamenco.
Música.
Heat.
Hot.
Sinner, saint. They're all here.
The Laredo Cultural District is divided into 3 areas. Fort Mac, home to Laredo College and a lush mecca of environmental life along the Rio Grande. Avenida San Bernardo, once the Pan American Highway, now a strip of local restaurants and shops, Mexican imports, pottery, metal, and woodwork. And of course, El Centro, the beating heart of Laredo, arts and entertainment.
Laredo culture is a great mix. I call it a marble cake many times. It's a place where you can have a croissant and a taco at the same time.
Our proximity to Nuevo Laredo and northern Mexico have created a very unique way of life.
So we have the Mexican influence and we have an American influence, but we're really not the same as any of them.
We are, in many ways, culturally Mexican, but we're so American. People all of a sudden are just mixing all this stuff. Es el caldo, like they say.
Ni de aquí ni de allá, which means we're not from here, we're not from there.
We have our own distinct cultural district.
But in order to fully understand who we are and what Laredo is, there are some things you need to learn. Lesson 1, the Rio. In 1755, Don Tomas Sanchez Barrera is cruising around the area, colonizing for Spain and whatnot, and he stumbled upon this area and said, yo, I'm going to build a settlement here, because even though this dry, arid, hot AF patch of desert seems like it could never bear life, I see the Rio, and where there's water, there's potential. So he settled here, and the river did indeed spur life.
This green ribbon of life, it's such a defining place for us, and it courses through downtown.
Artists always look at it in a way of truth and understanding, the way Yo-Yo Ma did when he came down and helped us illuminate our vision of where we live.
No, I was just joking.
There's so much Spanish and so much Spanglish and so much slang.
When a person can't remember how to say a word in Spanish, they say it in English, and vice versa.
The languages kind of meld into a beautiful mix.
Conchita, ¿no tienes quarters para el meter?
And that inspires all kinds of different art.
The people have a heart of gold. Familia is a big word.
The relationships here have an intensity to them.
My parents, my abuelitos, my abuelitas, when you go to their house, we might not have a lot, but whatever we have on the table, we're going to try to feed you to death.
And we have a lot of different types of artists. We have painters and poets and writers and photographers.
Murals.
Taco stands.
Musicians that they go from mariachi to playing jazz in the same song.
Theater is huge here.
And we have amazing food.
Between Laredo and Brownsville, it's considered one of the birdiest corridors in all of North America.
Let's expose people to what there is.
It's amazing the feeling that you get when you have 2 countries coming in right in the middle of an international bridge and giving the abrazo.
We started writing poetry about our voice, about what was happening here.
Art tells a story, and our story is important.
This is me. This is Laredo.
It's a legacy that I'm going to leave my 2 granddaughters so that they at some point will understand what their grandpa thought about things that maybe right now they can't ask.
We are a part of that story. We are a continuation of that history, and we continue to make it every day.
When you get here, you drink some water, you eat a taco, you'll never want to leave.
Cultural district, all of the things that are being done are abilities for us to tell our story.
We can all feel like Laredo is blossoming and really becoming, and everybody just wants to be a part of that.
I feel like Laredo is on the verge. For so long, Laredo was kind of isolated. A lot of the experience was very internally driven. Over the last couple of decades, the city's grown. It's forced this opening of this place as a people.
We love what happens here, and we're ready to show it to the rest of the world.
Laredo, a warm, homemade caldo of dreams, where 2 cultures meet at the riverbank to create our story.